I've got the Dreams mini Divi deck here, and I wanted to walk through it with you. This is a really unique deck because I had my Instagram followers send me their dreams, and then I wrote the definitions for the cards and of course drew the illustrations for them. This was really fun and truly collaborative. I really enjoyed everyone's dreams and nightmares that they sent. So this was quite a wonderful experience for me, and I hope that people really enjoyed seeing their dreams and nightmares turned into cards. So this person submitted "Car Won't Stop." So I said, this situation is not yours to fix. I've had plenty of these dreams myself where you're just rolling downhill and maybe you're in the backseat of the car, maybe you're a little kid again and the car's just going and going and you're trying to stop and you don't know how. I feel like that definitely is one of those situations where it's like, this is not your burden to carry and not your problem to fix. So this one is kidnapped, and you only think you're stuck, but you can easily free yourself. I wrote this because it's your dream, which I know that like not all of us have lucid dreams and not all of us can necessarily control them, but it's something that it's not reality, and you'll be okay. A little bit of reassurance there. And then uninvited guests. I really like the idea of just like the little like white kind of glowy eyes with the shadowy figures. I thought that would be really fun. And I, as someone with bipolar disorder, definitely have intrusive thoughts, so I thought that would be a fitting definition. And then also like these like little bullets look like the ones like on my own door frames for my house. So I thought I would just kind of throw that in there. And then holding hands with your ex. And then I kind of wrote a definition all about like letting go, because sometimes we can hold on to the past. And then drowning. You guys, or I should say you all that submitted dreams, there's a lot of tough dreams happening here. I hope that you have less nightmares since giving these to me. But so it says it might be time to reach out for help or delegate tasks. So, and of course, like, I feel like all I could think about was Genesis when I was like drawing that card. So stranger at a house party, it kind of looks spooky, but it's supposed to be me or you, like just being kind of like a wallflower. I've got like their arm, like holding their other arm as if like they're unsure, and you just kind of feel like a bit of an outsider or someone that's just like a shadow almost. Then the empty mall, and I put red shop because I'm a person of the 80s and 90s. That's when I was young, so I just thought I would throw back to that. So of course we have the escalator too, so just a very simple little drawing there. But I put the past is a terrible place to exile yourself. I think I can definitely often get stuck in the past, but there's no need to stay there. So overrun by animals. I had some help with my husband on this one, drawing some cute critters. I don't draw a ton of like animals, but he kind of like told me or showed me how I can kind of draw some simple ones and make them my own. So I put chaos reigns because whether they're wild or domesticated, when it comes to animals, they are quite chaotic. I have 3 cats, so there you have it. Chased by the Grim Reaper, and then it says, who do you trust? No one. I definitely have, I feel like I'm projecting myself. It's funny, people told me their definitions or their like dreams themselves, and then of course since I am in charge of writing the definitions, I've definitely put myself, intermingled myself into these, because yeah, I feel like to me I immediately thought of my own trust issues with this one. But I did break some of them up because like I think they were being chased through the mall, through an empty mall by the Grim Reaper. So I think that was Ashley's dream, so shout out to you, Ashley. So caught by police. And then I said, but is it really a crime? I think like our dreams can project like a lot of guilt and a lot of like unearned guilt. Like we didn't do anything to like feel so guilty, yet we do. So I have a tornado, and then assess the chaotic people in your life. Yeah, so I think like in dreams, oftentimes when we just see something that we can't control, like just going through our dreams and just like destroying everything, sometimes it's not something like the weather. Sometimes it's a person. So that's why I had that definition there. Of course, I'm a fan of The Shining, so all work, no play, frantically busy. Did you procrastinate? I thought that would be a good definition for this because often when I feel like I'm frantic, it means that maybe I put some things off. So maybe I'm helping myself out with this and maybe helping you out a little too. So I put an imposter cat. This person had a dream that there was like a cat, but it wasn't their cat. It was an imposter cat. So it was kind of creepy, and their tag, if I can get it, it says not your cat. It says beware of people's true intentions. This one was a really beautiful sounding dream. They had like it was a tree, and as they walked up closer to it, they could see that like it was made of hummingbirds that kind of like transformed as they came closer. So I put let yourself be transformed. So yeah, so like different stages of our lives. Then the infinite staircase, a clear endpoint needs to be set. Like when it feels like something is never going to end, sometimes we can choose an ending, like this is when it stops. So just a reminder for that. Living inside someone's eye. So a new perspective can be refreshing is what I put there. So I have just the silhouette of somebody looking out of someone's eye, of course. And then can't find your car. It's like you're getting colder. So maybe it's a situation where you're looking in the wrong places. Because if you can't find something, there's a good chance you're not looking in the right place. But this just reminded me, I used to live in Tennessee, East Tennessee, and then there's a city called Knoxville. There's this like parking garage. It's not a parking garage, it was just like a bridge, and then they decided to like put parking underneath it. And then at night, because it was close to like the old part of town where there were like different pubs and stuff, and at night you would walk back to it and it's just so eerie, and there's like, yeah, just I kind of just wanted to bring back that vibe. So body snatcher, hiding in your nightstand. It says you're not who you thought you were, and maybe that's okay. Because I feel like the idea of a body snatcher is like someone who, or something that would like inhabit your body and then take it over. So I guess that's kind of like my thought process there. But also I had to include like the pine like IKEA bed with the slats, because we actually still use that in our guest bedroom, the bed frame, but like we had that IKEA bed, it's like for so long. And I'm sure like so many people have that one. You probably know what I'm talking about. So missing the train, and of course I made it raining, and there it goes. Then I said time for plan B, because when one thing fails, it's time to just take another direction. So of course often it's our keys we lose, but usually when we lose something like our keys and they end up in places like the refrigerator, it's because it's really our head that's lost. So it may be time to assess what's going on inside that noggin. And this person started dancing with someone in their dream, and it was like this perfectly choreographed dance moves, and I thought it was like so neat. So I loved that as like the idea of like different parts of your life aligning. They just started dancing with this person that they had never met, and like, and everything was just in sync. And like, so I thought that was just kind of a beautiful like representation of like things aligning in your life. So we've got hidden passages, we've got the bookcase sliding aside to reveal the staircase. It says you can't run forever. So I think like sometimes we're all looking, perhaps, or at least I often am, a place to hide or a place to run. And it's good to face things, in my experience. So of course, naked, we've all, I mean, or at least I think we all, maybe we haven't, maybe some of you haven't. That would probably be wonderful, but I know I've definitely had those dreams where I'm naked. I'm usually like in class, even though I haven't been to high school since like forever. And so like, but of course, you know, once you realize, or once I realize I'm naked, I'm like morbidly embarrassed. And so that's why I wanted to make this definition of you're exposed, so what? I think for me, it's like I'm afraid of being exposed in my own life for certain things, like people judging me for anything, for being plus size, for making tarot decks, whatever it may be. But so what? So what? Forgetting important numbers. I actually have my mom and my husband's phone numbers memorized, so I feel pretty good about that. But then I put remove the unimportant, and you'll never forget the important. But of course I immediately like had to think of like the old flip phones, because I feel like that was the beginning of the end for trying to remember things. Like before, like when I walked to a friend's house, if I didn't have my phone number or my friend's phone number or whatever like memorized, I was just in trouble. But nowadays it's like we hardly remember anything. Thanks a lot, flip phones. You were the beginning. So jumping through time, I put not choosing is a choice. Be brave, make the decision. I thought like the idea of jumping through time would be just kind of moving about listlessly, not having a direction. And then I know I often forget that not choosing is in fact a choice. And sometimes it's good just to be direct and to actually figure out what I want. So teeth falling out, this is the time for listening. So if you don't have any teeth and you don't have any good way to communicate, then maybe it's time to turn our ears on. So this one, definitely, I feel like I was like scratching my head and my hair while I was thinking about this one. Oh, I feel like dreams like this are just the worst. But I feel like if it is just like giving you that gut feeling, heebity-jeebities, get out while you can. Like, that's what I immediately think. Like, if I see it, like here in Georgia, like red ants, like, oh my goodness, like fire ants. If you accidentally step on one, like an ant mound, which I have, it's excruciating. So if I see one, I turn the other way or I go far around it. So some situations need to just be avoided. So falling, yeah, falling happens in the blink of an eye. I feel like it's a great like interpretation of things just going so fast. So we have secret door. And then when I think of anything secret, like in dreams, I think about like my higher self, like awakening my higher self, because those are like the secret parts of me, those parts that are hidden that come out like in my dreams. So being held down. So my interpretation of that dream was like your body has limits. Like if you are being restrained in your dreams, then perhaps it's like a sign that maybe you need to slow down. That was kind of my take on it. So that's it. So that is the Dreams Mini Divi. I had so much fun collaborating with the Instagram folks on this one, and I hope that that's something I'm able to do again in the future. Bye.